Hello students, we will discuss syllabus for IIM's Common Admission Test CAT, which is an MBA entrance exam, in this video today. Let us start with an overview of CAT examination. Indian Institute of Management conducts a national level common admission test every year for admissions in management courses of 13 IIMs and many other top B schools of India. Approximately 3 lakh students sit for this entrance test every year in order to pursue their dream of studying business. We will start with going through the pattern of previous year CAT examination. CAT 2011 had 2 sections. One was Quantitative Ability and Data Interpretation. Other was called Verbal Ability and Logical Reasoning. Each section had 30 questions and exam duration was 2 hours 35 minutes. Students should note that Common Admission Test shows lot of variation in its examination pattern. Let's begin with CAT Verbal Ability Syllabus. To crack verbal ability in CAT, aspirants need to brush up the following topics. There are grammar-related questions based on articles, parts of speech, phrases, clauses, modifiers, tenses, pronouns, prepositions, and punctuations. There are word-related problems based on antonyms, synonyms, manias and phobias, single and double meaning words, and many other similar topics, which involve knowledge of vocabulary. There are questions on para-jumbles, which require sentence structuring. Aspirants should also be practicing on sentence completion. Here, student is expected to fill in the blanks using logical sense, thus providing the correct context of the sentence. There are sentence jumbles where sentence is broken up into 4 or 5 parts in a jumbled form. The candidate is to pick up the answer that gives the correct order of the sentence. Now we will go through the syllabus of Quantitative Ability section. Problems in CAT Quantitative Ability need more than one conceptual application. For a good preparation, aspirants need to know the most important chapters. There are questions asked on arithmetic, which involve number systems, LCM and HCF, percentages, profit and loss, simple and compound interest, speed, time and distance, work and time, averages, complex numbers, mixtures and allegations. There are questions on algebra which are based on linear and quadratic equation, logarithm, progressions, binomial theorem, inequalities, permutation and combination. There are questions on geometry which include general geometry, coordinate geometry, trigonometry and mensuration concept. There are few analysis-based questions also. There are problems based on probability, ratio and proportions, and set theory, and also involving Venn diagrams. Now we will go through the syllabus of data interpretation. Data interpretation involves pie charts, graphs and tables based problem. Herein, students need to use mathematical calculations and inference to solve the data-based questions. This section also includes question on data sufficiency. Students need to find out whether the problem in question can be solved with the help of given data or not. Let's go through an example of a data interpretation question. This question is based on a data represented in the form of a pie chart. This data represents Government of India debts as on 1939 and 1946. The question is, the decline in sterling loans between the two periods is most nearly out of what? Now, students need to analyze the data, solve and find out the correct answer out of the four given options. Let's understand the concept of data sufficiency. Data sufficiency questions can be divided in two categories. There could be mathematical question, other could be logical or analytical question. Here, candidate is to determine whether the information given in these statements can be taken alone. It means statement 1 or 2 alone is sufficient to answer it, or both these statements are required in the combination. Now, let's go through logical reasoning syllabus. It mainly includes the below mentioned concepts. There are problems based on statements and assumptions. In this type, students need to identify an option in which the third statement is implied by the first two statements. This type of question is also called as syllogism. There are problems based on cause and effect, which are a type of critical reasoning problem and arise from logical fallacies that may prompt the reader to arrive at a completely false answer.